begin. Yep, there we go. All right, so welcome to our Hour with Socrative. This is one of my favorite discoveries of the past couple of years, and I've been using it in ESL quite a bit, especially last year. I made it one of my evaluation goals to become more familiar and more fluent with this app and using it more often. And my kids, my students absolutely love it. They ask me almost every day, are we going to have a space race today? Are we going to use Socrative today? Because it's very interactive and engaging. So I want to make sure, did everybody pick up an iPad? Did everyone get one? And I also want to make sure that nobody picked up iPads 10, 11, 13, or 14 because those were not fully charged. Can you look at the front and see what number it said? Well, I can look down here. Yeah, nobody has done that yet. So just make sure you pick one that has green light above it. So everyone has that. And then if you're familiar with the iPad, did everybody press on the Socrative, the blue Socrative student app, this one here? And you can use the app, you can use the website. Yeah, you might have to slide around until you find that it looks like that. So it'll be, you're just looking for a blue one that says student. It'll probably be towards the end because I think they added these. Yeah, there you go. And Patty, you found yours?
I can't even get this.
Oh, okay. So come on.
Right.
Oh, don't do it a bunch of times.
Sorry, Mary.
No, you don't have to apologize.
I'm on summer mode.
Okay, just let's leave it alone and see what happens. But might maybe want to just shift
Yeah,
scenes.
the scene is
This
so
one is
loud.
oh yeah. Let's go over. And you have the app on here already?
No.
Do you want to use a different
I'll
one?
just
or-
use it.
Okay.
I'll
Right.
just see you.
I'll
I've been
get
fired
you.
from your session.
No, I'm just you know what I mean.
Alright, let's see. This one is good.
Going over here. All righty.
Thank you, Mary.
Sure. And it'll be somewhere in here, the blue one that says teacher. Okay, well, it's gotta be toward the end because it just was added. Just move around till you find it. Oh, you can also pull down on here and just find S-O-C.
There it is.
There it is, just hit that button. Okay, so let's get started here. What we're gonna do, or I wanna go over our learning objectives during this hour session. Participants will test drive a quiz, a space race, and an exit ticket. So first, I just want you to experience Socrative from a student's perspective. So what would it be like for your students if they came into the classroom and at some point in your lesson, you did a Socrative activity? Then you're gonna all register for Socrative and create a unique room name. Because when your students come, they type in your room name or number, whatever you want to call it. Then we'll start making a quiz. Everybody here will make a quiz with one multiple choice, one true or false, one short answer, and one essay or longer answer question. And then you're going to try out a partner's quiz. So by the end of the session, I'm going to have you come write your name and write what your Socrative class name is, and then we can take each other's. So just to see what it's like and how quick the turnaround is and how the feedback looks and so on. Everybody got that? All right, and please just stop me at any time. I guess I didn't introduce myself. Sorry about that. I'm Mary Lou Turnbull. I know some of you, and I have been teaching in the district since 1980. And I teach at the high school in the morning and the middle school in the afternoon, and I have ESL students all day. Hey, come on in, Lori. All right, grab an iPad over here, Lori. Unless you have it on your phone or want to use your phone or something like that, just don't take one of these red ones.
No,
So.
I have my own.
Got your own?
Yeah.
And you got the app on it already. It's okay. All right, just let's see, don't grab one of these.
I
Red
think
ones.
7.
That's good, yep, okay. All righty, so, looks like I gotta be closer to the computer to make this work. Odd. All righty. Excuse me. Okay, so you've opened the Socrative app on your device. Everybody got that done? So we'll just move along. All right, so I named my room Turnbull. So please enter my room so we can do a sample quiz. So just type Turnbull in that little square on the iPad. And if I had been prepared, I would have brought up my Socrative already, and I forgot to do that. So give me a second. And can you see on your screen that it says waiting for teacher to start activity or something along those lines? I'll come around and see how. So from my end, what I'm doing is just logging into my Socrative program. And we're going to I'm going to show you how this works, okay? All right, so did everybody get that?
Yes. Oh,
All
no.
right.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Now it's saying,
I'm past
enter
that.
teacher's room code.
Oh, that's where you type Turnbull.
Okay.
Got it? See, that's just to come to my classroom, you type in Turnbull. Got it? Alrighty, so this is what you're all seeing, waiting for your teacher to start an activity, right? So if I want to wait until I can see that each student is logged in and ready to go, I hold off on hitting start on my quiz, okay? I'll wait a second because I can see not everybody's quite there.
This is the screen.
And so go to the student side, because you're not logging in as a teacher. You're going to be my student right now just to try out the program.
So the code is.
Well, I just moved it, and I got to move it back again.
Code
Got it?
Turnbull.
Turnbull.
Oh, it's the same.
Okay. And capitals, doesn't matter, just whatever. You can capitalize it or not. So is everybody there? And then, yeah, if you come up with a two-sided screen, just type in Turnbull on the student. All right, so everyone's there. Now, I will show you real quick here what I'm looking at. This is where I am. I've clicked on a quiz that I want to do with you, the ELPS Summer PD quiz. And we're going to talk about these options later, but I'm going to go ahead and start it. And now look at your screen. Okay, look at your iPad screen. Okay, so go ahead and do the first one together. I'm going to come back to this in a little while. So I see Lori's already logged in, Christy's already logged in. Can you see what I'm seeing? I don't project this when my students are doing it. I'm just showing you what I see when people are taking it. You get what I'm saying? All right. All right. You've entered your name. All right, so what we're gonna do, so right now I'm just gonna switch to teacher screen so you can see this. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so you can see this, all right? So just do that first one together, and maybe I'll take it too on my phone so we can take it at the same time and you can experience what it's like.
So did you enter the information for the other people outside of Christian then? So you had to look that stuff up and enter it, or did it automatically?
No, I made this all myself.
Oh, okay,
I totally
so all
made it
the
up.
okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. Yeah, you're gonna do it yourself, so you're gonna see. Right now, you go ahead and ask questions, but, and I'm going to answer some questions wrong so you can see what it looks like. I'm gonna call our Director of Technology, Christian Bale. I was sure that I'm just doing that on purpose. And you might want to answer one wrong just to see what it looks like on your screen as a student, or just when you're done, log out and log back in and take it again under another name and see what it looks like up there. And so I'm going to answer a couple more questions wrong. So you can see the color coding that goes on. And then most of us are up to number 3 now. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to call him something else. I'm going to call him, who's another basketball? Heathcote. Judd Heathcote. All right, that shows you how old I am, that I know his name. All right, so I'm going to get that wrong. All right, so I'm showing you here, now you're experiencing just a little taste of what it's like to be a student taking this. You can see that the multiple choice questions have, options, and sometimes any of the questions can have an image, and that's your choice whether to do it or not. And then you noticed after you gave an answer, there was a feedback screen that tells you immediately whether you got it right or wrong. And then it shows if you choose to do this, enter this as the teacher, it'll give you some feedback on that answer, like what the correct answer is and why. So that's up to you.
Okay, for that image, did you just go to that image like on Google and then copy it and paste it right out?
It's not a little copy and paste. You have to save it somewhere and then upload it. And we're going to do it. I'll demonstrate how to do that, okay? So I'll show you how to do that. So right now, again, I just want to reinforce. we do not show this to the students, right? Because this would be really deflating for students to, like if you were Mary Lou and you got them all wrong, and for everybody in the class to know that. But this is for me to see, okay? And then I'm going to show you in more detail. I'm just giving you a quick overview right now. I'm going to show you, now we're done with everything. I didn't finish mine, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do is click finish, and again, I'm going to show you, we're going to do this later, but just watch what I'm doing here. I'll watch on the screen. I'm going to click finish. And now I want a report of how my students did. I can see it now in live time, how my students did, but I want to, you know, get reports. But before I start that, actually, what if I have a student who's absent, and I want that student to take this? In my case, I mean, it wouldn't work if you're using this class period after class period. But in my case, you know, I could use this, and then that night or the next day, a student could take it, and I could just have that student in on this too, with the same group for reports. But you don't have to. Usually it doesn't work that way because you're going to use it again another hour. So finish. And then if I don't want to save the report, it was just a quick look for right now for me to know what do I need to reteach, I'll go to my dashboard and just not get any reports. Or maybe we'll just view the chart and see how people did on each question. But I'm going to click Get a Report, and then I get, by default, you get the whole class Excel. I'll show you what these look like. Individual student PDs, I love getting that, and question-specific PDF. I like all of them, but you can pick whatever you want, and I'll show you what they look like. You can have those reports emailed to you, and they come instantly to your inbox. Or you can download it, and I have a Socrative folder in my documents where I download things. So that's what I'll do now. Or you can put it up on Google Drive, okay? But since I'm not logged into Google, it's not giving me that option right now. If I were logged into my Google right now, it would give me the option to put it in my Google Drive. So I'm just going to download it to the computer right now. And it's thinking. You can see this thing is turning very slowly. Here it comes. All right, so it's thinking, where do I want to save it? So I'll put it in my documents, and I'll go to my Socrative folder and put it in there. And way down there. Oh, wait. Down. Oh, no, I have that on a flash drive. So I'll just put it in my computer thing. All right, so, sorry, I use my flash drive every day since I travel from building to building, so I'm just going to put it in here. All right, so this is what I got from that report, which I find really useful. Now, this was just a sample, and Angie, do you want to get an iPad from the cart?
Is that what everyone's using?
That's how we're using them, yeah.
Okay.
So just look at the top of the cart and don't take the ones with the red dots associated with the number because those aren't fully charged. So see on the top which ones are fully charged at the very top of the table of the cart. See the numbers? Yeah. Ah, I know, isn't that cool?
Yeah, too bad we don't have that.
We do at the middle school. Okay, so did you see I opened this folder? It's a zip folder. Okay, so what do I have here? First of all, let's just click on the Excel spreadsheet. And this shows me a question-by-question analysis of who answered what, and it's all color-coded, so it's easy for me to see. So we can see that, you know, Allie did really well, Mary Lou really bombed. See what I'm saying? So we can see, and what I like to do is say, okay, it looks like I might need to just do a little reteaching on the name of the guy who heads up our technology. And maybe I need to help students get very clear and write in their planners that we're not going to come to school on Labor Day. So I'll just reteach that. And it looks like one person I'll just have a private conversation with about it's not Jet Heathcote anymore. Okay, makes sense? Okay? Okay, so that's one thing. So this just lets me know question by question, what do I need to reteach and what are my students really clear on? Okay? So that's one particular part. And then this one, I often, especially if I'm using this as, oh snap, I forgot about that. Oh, it looks like we're going to be able to do it. Okay, whatever, I'll accept it. Okay, so I print this when I'm taking it because when I create a formative assessment, for instance, in January this year, at both the high school and the middle school, I gave a midterm exam to my students, an end of the semester exam. And so the exam that I wrote, and I'll show it to you in a moment, was very, 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 very much like my midterm exam itself. but of course I didn't put the questions exactly the same. So if I was asking about protagonist and antagonist, it was the same concept I was asking about, but it was asked differently, because I don't want to, give them the test and let them practice it and then take it. That wouldn't be really ethical. But anyway, I printed out the report of what particular questions people did well on and did not do well on, so I knew what I had to reteach. So I discovered everybody knew the difference between a protagonist and antagonist, but they were a little iffy on dramatic irony, situational irony, and verbal irony. So I retaught that the next day. Does that make sense? So it gives you this printout here. Nobody thinks that this soccer player is the head of technology, and one person thinks that this Batman actor is, and nobody, blah, blah, blah. So it just kind of helps me to know overall what I need to reteach. But then, those are all of us in East Lansing, or is anybody not in East Lansing? You're not in East Lansing? Okay. Where are you from, by the way?
We were invited from Harry.
Great.
We're up in the building.
Great, excellent, welcome. In East Lansing and maybe in Perry, our students are all in the same email program that we are. So when I do this, when I did it for my midterm, and you don't have to do this, but what I did is I emailed my students' individual results for that practice midterm to them. And it took me, well, I have small classes. I have like 15 students in each class, but it took me 2 minutes to email everybody's reports. So I'll show you what I was emailing to them. And that's in this this one. Do you see there's a subfolder in the folder, in the zip thing they just sent me? Here are all the students. So when I go into my email, I can just go to this folder and attach this and send it to Allie, and attach this and send it to Nicole, and send this to Kim, and so on. Make sense? And this is what it'll look like. I'll open up mine because it was really problematic. So it shows me the question that I got that one wrong. And for some reason it's not, I'm trying to figure out why is it not showing the correct answer. I might be able to, all right, I won't worry about that right now. It usually will show you, and I've got some in here. Let me just go in here. Sorry.
Can you print your quiz without the answers?
Oh yeah, you can do that. Good question. If you want to make it a written quiz, you can. And so it is a nice little way. So this is where I have my Socrative folder on my flash drive. And let me see if I can just show you, these are all pretty recent. But they should show ones that are wrong, and I think she got some wrong, so let's see, that one was right. See, it shows her, her answer, and she must have gotten some wrong on here. Yep, okay, so there we go. This is what it should look like. I don't know why that last one that we just did didn't show it, but this one, she answered concept, but the correct answer is data. So it makes sense? So when I sent this to students, and I told them, I always tell them, I'm sending you this so you can study it, over the next few days before we take our final exam. Look at the ones you got wrong and learn, reteach yourself, or ask me or ask the classmate about why that was wrong. All right, so are we understanding so far about what the experience is like from a student's perspective? Any questions about that so far? No? All right, so let's do this. I am going to keep using your iPad. I'm going to go back into my dashboard, so this is the main screen, and I'm going to do a space race with you, okay? So this one I do project on the screen because the whole point is to make this a competition. So go ahead on your iPad and hit, did you log out?
No.
Oh, maybe you won't have to. Let's see what happens. I got to remember what happens here. So how many participants do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll play on my phone. All right, so I'm going to select a quiz, and maybe I will show you just so you can see what it's like. I was going to do a vocabulary one, but I kind of want you to, oh no, yeah, I better stick with vocabulary. All right, I'm going to do, no, I think I'm going to do my midterm. This was my midterm from January. No, that was my final. Okay, I'll use that. It doesn't matter. Okay. And there are going to be 10 of us. So this one, the limit for this particular activity is 20. So if you have more than 20 students, you'll want them working in teams with partners. So because it's just a fun formative assessment. It's not really something you need to get data on. But we have 10 today. And you have options between auto-assigned teams and students select their teams. I'm just going to keep it simple and keep it auto-assigned. And then this is kind of, I think it's kind of silly, but my students sort of like to pick something different. But we'll stick with the rocket, but you can have any kind of thing. And then you can choose to either hide their right or wrong feedback so that they don't, like there's that pop-up window after that says you got it right, you got it wrong. I don't want to hide it. I want them to get that feedback. That's the whole reason I'm using this, is for them to get immediate feedback. So I'm going to start it. So look at the screen. And you go ahead and log in. So what you're going to have to do is go try entering your name. And I think it'll work. I don't think you have to log out and put my name again. I think it works just to enter. Yeah. Okay. So we're good. So can you see across the bar across the top of your exam how it has a color on it? Some of you, one of you is blue, one of you is red, one of you is lime. Only you, unless you're showing this to other students, only you know which rocket you are.
Oh,
Okay?
that's good.
Isn't this cool? And the reason I'm putting my midterm is because I wanted you to see the pictures and the different kinds of feedback. I have a lot of vocabulary quizzes in here that don't have a lot of that. But this one I think is kind of fun because you can see the variety of feedback and the variety of pictures I can put in here. So we won't be able to take time to finish this whole race because it's kind of a long exam. But you're getting the idea of how this works. And if you answer a question wrong, it'll give you immediate feedback. But all that will happen up on the screen is your rocket won't advance to the one little notch. So you won't cross the finish line, but you still might, whoever finishes before everyone else is, gonna win.
So where did all this explanation?
Okay, we're gonna practice doing that. I did.
Wow.
Yeah, you get it? Okay, so Angie asked a really good question because each of the answers, after you answer it, pops up with your immediate, did you get it right or wrong, and what was the right answer, and then my explanation. And I inputted that stuff myself because I left it open every day, the quiz. Not the space race, I put it as a quiz like we did first, that sample one we did, so students could take it again and again and again at home if they want to. And when they get one wrong, it's not a space race when I do it that way, it's just a quiz. In fact, this one we didn't do as a space race. I'm just doing it to show you how those work. But they can do it and they can stop and they can take their time and they can read it. So they have me with them in essence because I'm giving my feedback. I'm saying it the way I taught it in the class or the way that I think it's going to get it across to them, And even in my root words quizzes, we have some tricks that we're using to remember the meanings of the root words. So I'll remember that I taught them a trick, and then I'll put that in there so that they remember. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. Astro means stars because astronauts go up to the stars. Yeah. I get it. Okay. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the feedback and the pictures I picked. Everything I picked. The teacher designs everything. You create the question, you create the detractors. So I don't know if, let's see, it's 8:25 now. Do you want to just stop the space race? Because there's no way we're going to finish this. It's a long test. But you get the
Considering that
idea.
I'm nearly in last place, I would.
Rob, you're funny. Okay, well, if you threw up those health term quizzes that you guys know, I would really bomb. Okay, so way to go, line. Whoever you are, you can remain anonymous, but you can know a little something about English. All right, so we're gonna, I'm gonna go to the finish here. And again, if I want to, I can get reports for this, and it can be, as I said, emailed or whatever. Maybe I'll just view the chart. And just kind of see what it looked like, and here we go. It's going to show. Now, I'm just doing this for us, okay? I would not do this to my students. Do you see what I'm saying? I would not project who got what wrong to the students. That'd be embarrassing. But I'm just showing you what I'm seeing. Okay, so let me just go exit, and now I'm back to, I'm done with the live thing. You guys are
There you
done.
go, Nicole.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
Nicole had
shame
them already.
anyone. Okay, but I figured we're all secure enough that I can show you what it is from my perspective and what you're getting from this, okay? All right, so let's go. We've done the space race. And then let's see, okay. Okay, so now let's all register and start setting up our own rooms in Socrative. It's easier to do this on the computer. So set your iPad aside and using your computer, go to your favorite web browser, whatever you like, and go to socrative.com. See, my remote's working. And if you need help, I'm right here.
What's our favorite? Mine's good. I don't have a favorite. I like to play favorites. Let me know.
We got that starting good, all right.
That quiz
Huh?
motivated me to, I almost wanna go back to school now.
Oh, you know what?
It
When
would
your
just-
kids
it would
get
be
in
fun
school,
to learn
Rob.
how- to learn how
No,
to-
seriously. You have how many kids do you have? How many children do you have?
Oh, just one, yeah.
When
five.
your one starts going through school, you're gonna learn it all over again. Because
Yeah.
you'll be home and remember homework every day. Trust me. I know all the
Till they
state
get the
capitals
ball.
and a trick for remembering every state capitals, because I had to help my kids learn that, you know?
So should we just start with get a free account?
No, I'm gonna walk you through every
Oh,
single
okay.
step of it, so you're open there? You're ready? Okay. So yes, if you're at that page, go ahead and click on get a free account.
Wait, what page?
And I'm gonna go to the next thing. Fill in all the information there, okay? That's all really simple. Just do what I did there with your own information. Make sure it's something that you're gonna remember. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Maybe this will be helpful to you, but for this week, and actually I've been doing this for years, when I go to anything where there's something like Socrative that I need to log into, I use the same email and the same password for all of them. You know, it's my go-to, easy to remember one for all of them. It's different from my Power School one, because that one is special, and I made that really kind of hard to remember, or hard to hack into. But I don't care if someone hacks into my Socrative account. I mean, I don't mean that, but you know what I'm saying? Just use something that you're gonna be able to remember.
Okay, is it, am I doing it incorrectly?
Let's see.
Is that correct? Is that correct?
Socrative.com, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just being
Mhm.
patient.
But this computer hasn't signed in
Oh, there we go.
Chrome, so it should still come in now. It's just, you don't need to sign in because you don't need your email or anything.
There you go. So get a free account, or you didn't do this before, that's
No,
right.
I did
And
not.
Laura, you did do it, right?
I did.
Okay, do you remember your login?
Yeah, it's just really slow, that's all it is. I know, it is frustrating. It's coming, I see it. It's thinking and it's coming.
So do you remember your login? Want to give it a try?
want to.
Try it, so go to teacher login and just give it a try and see if you remember it.
So it gives you a room?
Yes, now Rob's got a great question, don't have to write down that code. Okay. Rob is just, the guy who says he came last in the space race is just cruising and starting his own account. He's already got questions and the rest of us are still trying to get to this
Oh, that's
page.
fine, I can be patient.
No, I'm just laughing because it's funny. You are gonna get to change your name, and so I'm gonna show everybody how to do it, but why don't you go ahead?
Click there, and then the profile, and then, room name is this change.
Oh, what do you wanna call it now? Trust me,
Go girl.
probably Smithy's used up.
Right, right, plan and help.
You could do that, whatever will be quick for your students, EL help, or whatever ELHS, whatever you want that's gonna be quick and easy, because every time they log into Socrative, they're gonna have to connect this whole thing onto their iPad or their phone or whatever, so you wanna make this short and easy for them to remember as
I
possible.
should do no
Or even
caps.
without, no caps, no spaces, because then you're gonna just say there's a space, there's no space, whatever. EL help is good, oh, no spaces, see, no space, so just EL help with no space, okay? Might work. Yes,
Cool.
your room is EL help,
All right.
nice, there you go, excellent.
rooms for different hours?
No, I use the same room, but you just clear the room as soon as the class period ends and you're ready to go for the next class. And because you downloaded the reports, you have the report for that particular class that was just there. Does that make sense? Good. And let's see. I think, yeah, hold off on that, but let's go back to, oh, you already did that. Good for you. Wow, some of you are so speedy.
Oh, wait.
Okay, you want to change, all right, let's go. It looks like And Angie, you're still waiting for your computer. I know, it's so
I
frustrating.
have an account and I'm on my phone.
Are you? Okay. All right, so let me go on to how to change your name in case you haven't. Everybody got the welcome to Socrative window, and I just want to show you this. So the pop-up that comes is, welcome, check out our user guide. You can, I put the link to that user guide on the agenda for today. The user guide is fantastic. It is really, really good. So I've rarely seen a more useful user guide, a more user-friendly user guide, but that is really good. So I would recommend that this summer, if you're playing around with this, open up the user guide. I don't think you have to print it. It's like, 25 pages or something, but just looking at it online or printing it, whatever works for you.
How do you, can you get that by, like, when you log on like this, can you get that here? Or
The user guide, yes, you can. If you want to bring it up now, I think it'll be a distraction for you now,
okay.
because I'm gonna walk you through everything, but if you wanna just do a Google search on Socrative user guide, it'll pop right up.
Oh, okay.
Or you can just, it's right there.
That's
It's
what,
a long,
gotcha.
but it's a long thing to type. If you just Google search on Socrative user
Okay.
guide, it'll come
Yeah.
right up. Okay, so this is your dashboard. Is everybody there? What you wanna do is, nobody in your class is gonna get this right time after time after time. So this is the default. So go up into settings, click on settings, and then from the drop down, go to my profile. If you haven't done that yet, do that now. And then, this remote just won't carry. Okay, and then you can change the name. Put in any name you want to use. So for my demo, I just, put Turnbull 3 because I already had one with Turnbull, and Turnbull 1 and Turnbull 2 because I've done this a few times. So you can call it whatever you want. You can have no spaces, but think, what will your students be able to remember? So Rob, what's yours name? EL Health. EL Health is perfect because Rob teaches health all day long, so that's just ideal.
Can I split band?
Well, I bet band is taken, but try it. Try it.
Okay, what do I do? Hit like submit or
Band, and
submit?
yeah, down here, submit. See if they take it. Not available, but it could be
Got it, 'cause it's
EL
global.
band. You want it
Okay.
to be EL band or
Yes, band.
ELH or MMS band? Oh, no
No
spaces.
spaces.
And I wouldn't do capitals either.
Oh, so far I'm just striking out here.
Well, no, let's see how that works.
Get out.
Wow, there must be another middle school that's using
It's
that.
okay. I'll
Croft band?
That's just so not fun.
Well, it won't be taken. There you go. So now your room is
You
croft
win.
band.
Yeah.
All right, has everybody named their room something a little, I like math rules, RULZ. That is very cool. And was it still the same from before?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, so you've got your own name. Nice. Excellent. And everybody's good with their own name on there?
That's nice and easy.
I like that. Oh, we're all good. I'm just taking too long here. You guys are really cruising. All right, so this is your dashboard. So I'm just going to take a minute to give you an overview here. I'm going to do this quick because it's all on the user guide, and I want us to actually start creating a quiz. But here are the 3 tabs that you can go back and forth for. So manage quizzes is where you can do everything. You create, edit, import, duplicate, delete quizzes, review past reports. Everything you need to do is right there. You know about your room code. This is what your students use to log in, just like you did with me. Mine was Turnbull, so you did that one already. If you already have created a quiz, just click here and you'll find it. And you saw that in mine when I was looking for the one to do the space race. The space race, we've already done a space race today, so you know what that looks like. So if you want to do that, click there. These are 2 I don't use quite as often. I think I'm going to make it a goal this year to use these a little bit more often. But here you can just, let's say you just decide, right now I didn't plan it, I didn't create a quiz for this, but I want to know, do my students understand about the difference between protagonist and antagonist? So I might just say, okay, everyone, take out your iPads and which one of these is a protagonist in the Harry Potter series? So I'm going to say A, Voldemort, B, Snipe, or whatever his name is. Snape, sorry. Or C, Harry Potter. Okay, so I mean, I just made that up like that. I might write it, I might just say it if my students are pretty good auditory learners. And then I go to the quick question and boom, they type in their answers and bingo, I got my immediate responses. I can also do that for like surveys. I can say, okay, it's recess. Do you want to go outside and play in the playground, or do you want to stay inside and play board games? And you can just make it one of these things, and you see this graph thing that shows, wow, it looks like everyone wants to go outside, so that's what we're doing. So, you know, there's just a million ways you could use that quick question. And then an exit ticket, it has some pre-made questions that you would put at the end of the lesson to just get a quick snapshot of what your students comprehend. All right, so let's keep going. So now I'm going to have each of us start a quiz. So go ahead and click on Start a Quiz. And what we're going to do is just practice each type. There are 4 types of quizzes that you can do, or that's the way I look at it. So has everybody clicked on that? All right, so the next thing is you're going to name the quiz anything you like. So if you want to just call it demo or practice 1 or whatever you want to call it, or if you want to actually start making a real quiz that your students might use, go ahead and do that, anything you want. And then just for practicing today, let's all do a multiple choice question, because I want to show you how to create it, and I'm going to show, for those of you who aren't sure about it, how to import an image, which you can do for any kind of question, but we can do that right away. So I'll wait till I see that everyone has done that. Oh yeah, you're already in that screen. You guys are speedy.
Mary Lou, it's prompting us to share quiz.
Oh, yes, that's right. I have that in my notes that I made for myself. You don't have to, let's just skip that for now. Let me just go back there. Let's see, down here, okay. Look up here for a second, look away from your computer. These are options for you. I'm gonna skip it today, but share quiz means if you say yes, and because your quiz is something that other teachers might like to use and you're fine with them using it, then leave it at yes. If you don't want to share it, just click it no. All right? And then the tags, these are really cool. The connection to the Common Core. And you can tag anything in the Common Core, and that goes all deeper than we have time for today. We have 20 minutes left. But I would say if you've got some time this summer, what I like to do when I'm playing around with Socrative is open up my computer and my phone or an iPad, and I'm administering a quiz on my computer, and I'm taking my own quiz on the iPad or on my phone to see what it's like, and I'm messing around with it to see from the student's experience and from mine. So then you can do this Common Core tag exploration and all those things. Again, use that user guide because it's really, really helpful. All right, has everybody gotten to this point where you're ready with the multiple choice? So click in the box, type your first question, and then type in your answer choices. You can have as many detractors as you like. So your question goes here, and then, so if you're saying, what is the name of the men's basketball coach at MSU is your question, and here you can write Judd Heathcote, and here you can write Rob Smith, and you can type Patty Croft, and you can put Tom Izzo, and whatever you want, as many as you want. So let's say you want 5 detractors, fine. You want more detractors, click here. You want fewer, you don't want to have a 5th one, you can hit the X or you can just leave it alone. It won't show up with a blank spot if you don't hit that X to knock out the E one, you know, the last one. Make sense?
Do we click correct on the?
Yeah,
right?
you are really, you're the star pupil, Rob. That's my next screen. All right, when you're done with that, do this. So let's say, so I've got, I have actually, my model up here is informative. I don't know if you guys have probably been to Google and seen this, but tonight NASA's New Horizons space probe will be photographing which planet? Anybody know?
Oh.
Yes. So A,
Like, is it a
Mercury, B,
planet?
Venus, C,
Yeah.
Mars, G, Jupiter, and the answer is Pluto, as Nicole said. So yes, Rob, you check the one that's the right answer. That's how your students get the feedback when they're done answering the question. As soon as they submit their answer, it pops up. The correct answer is Pluto. And then you can type in an explanation if you want to. You can put in an image if you want to. So maybe now would be a time for me to show how to do those things. And can I show you this? Please save along the way. Last night when I was putting the finishing touches on this presentation, And I had this one with Pluto, and I forgot to save, and I hit something wrong, and everything went away, and the quiz was not still there anymore. So save along the way.
Can you,
Yeah.
if I just wanna put italics on like one.
Oh, yeah. Patty's got a good question. I brought it up on the
Save
screen.
along the way. Okay, so
See the
just
save button there? It doesn't get you out of the thing, it just saves what you've done so far. Because it does not, unlike Microsoft products or programs, this doesn't save for you automatically. You have to do that manually. All right, Patty asked a really good question. Where does it show it? I might have to go to the previous screen.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Oh, it does have spell check.
Ooh,
It
that's
has spell
nice.
check. Oh, it's, do you see the place where it says format
I
on
see
there?
it on your, oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Formatting, yeah, right there.
Okay, thank you.
See it? So if you want to do bold or italics, oh, it's right there.
There it is.
See it right next to the save button. So I had clicked yes to formatting up here next to the save button. This is a new feature. They just
Love it.
upgraded the whole Socrative thing very recently, and I had to redo all my slides because it looks completely different. So did you see the formatting?
No, how did you get that up?
Let's see, where are you? Oh, this is your number one.
Just getting rid
this
of
is that.
number 2 in here.
Okay, no, go into edit. Found an issue. Oh, okay, you haven't finished one of your questions, so go back to your first question. Is it this one? Oh, you have the right one, you got the right one, okay. So this one is all good. All right, so, here's your formatting right there.
Oh,
Right, okay.
so,
So click, just click on it, yeah.
oh,
Now you've got the options of doing bold and underline and italics if you want, so, you know, English teachers, if you're doing the title to a book, you're gonna wanna italicize it, or I guess, or
so
underline
for
it.
the spell check, it doesn't necessarily change it for you.
No,
have to figure
you
it
got
out.
it, yeah,
Okay.
okay? All right, so, how are we coming on creating the first question?
Great.
Great. All right, how about if I go to my screen and I'm going to show you how to import an image. All righty. Okay, so okay, so is there anybody who would like to see how to put an image in there? Rob, you wanted to see this, right?
Yes.
Oh, did you close out of here? Okay.
No,
All right, so what I'm going to do is open up another tab or open up another window or whatever and do a Google search, because my question that I made is my go-to thing, who's the coach for men's basketball? So I'm going to go Coach Tom Izzo and do a search for him. I'm going to go to images. Okay, so let's just pick a nice picture of him. I want to do that. So Rob, you've done this before, right? The search for images. And then go click on view image, so you just get the image itself up. So did you, I'll wait for you.
Yeah, my computer's.
Oh, it's okay, it takes a long time. So
There we
just
go.
type up in, you don't have to go to Google or anything, but just, yeah, images, okay, pick one. Just click on it. Okay, and then go to view image, because you can't save it from the main, from there. Okay,
Okay.
now just go ahead and right click on that image. And then save image as. And then where do you like to save it? Do you have a folder for your pictures? Like I've got a pictures folder right here with some subfolders.
I made a Socrative.
Socrative, good. So put it in your
Socrative.
Socrative thing. That's good. All right. So I'm just going to put it in my pictures, save it, and then let me know once you've got it saved. Oh, go to this PC. It'll give it a second, and your documents
Oh.
there. And then go to your Socrative folder. And, no, this is fine. You're on Socrative, oh, it was there. Just go further down. Okay, right there. Okay, and then you might want to name this something so you can find it. I mean, it says Tom is, but whatever you want. Okay, and then save it. Okay, so now go back to your Socrative question and click on that image. Got it? Click on that image. click on the place where you put an image, which
Right
is your,
here.
no, click on, let's see, you're doing, where you, you're finished this one already. Do you wanna edit this one? Is
Yeah,
it
sure.
there? You're gonna put it there? Okay,
Yeah, why
edit
not?
there. I don't understand that. Oh, cause you still haven't finished reading this.
Right,
Alright, let's just put it here. Let's
okay.
just put it here, okay. Alright, and then put your Tom Izzo thing in there. And there it is. Copy
Cool.
paste. Yeah, I know, it's pretty easy, isn't it? As long as you save the picture, it'll go right in there. Is there anyone else who needs a little help for finding, how to insert a picture? Yeah.
Just a quick que, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, you go
Yeah.
ahead.
Just, if I wanted to write, like, a crescendo, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean, right?
It's a symbol.
Oh, the
Would
symbol?
there be a symbol? If not, no big deal.
Well, I use
can
this,
write
I
something.
use that. Oh, you mean you want a picture of the crescendo?
Right.
Oh, yeah, just look it up here.
Okay, same thing. All right,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Just do a Google.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna see you do it. Go
Ugh.
ahead, you can do it, just type crescendo, just type crescendo up in here.
Crescendo sign, crescendo.
Just,
'cause it'll give
no,
me the
just do
definition.
crescendo.
Oh my gosh.
All right, what's your question?
Okay, I'm gonna put a picture that I've already saved on the desktop.
Oh, good, okay. And let's go, you can let go of your mouse. Click on edit, and then click on this plus picture thing. Okay, and you're in the desktop, there you go, and then open, and you're done.
Okay, cool.
Wasn't that easy?
Yeah, it was.
I know, all right.
Thanks.
Yes.
Can you upload pictures for multiple choice so then each?
For all. Oh, for each detractor, no. But what I do, I've done that. It's a really good question. Like when I had my protagonist, antagonist thing, I mean, this is just if you were, I'm obsessed with images because I teach English as a second language.
Kindergarten.
Right. So I went into Paint. I don't know if you're familiar with Paint. That's the one I use because I learned it way a long time ago. And I put Cinderella and her good fairy godmother, and then her stepmother, who's the antagonist, and then somebody else, somebody else nice in the story, the Prince Charming. Okay, so I put them all as one image up at the top.
Okay.
Get it?
Yep.
So then my A, B, C, D are Cinderella. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you
Yeah.
labeled each picture A, B, C, D. and then-
Well, yeah, but it's a lot of work, but you can do it. I think I could show you one that I did that's like that, where I just did them all. But that's the only way. You can't put a picture next to each detractor though.
So can you import a reading speed assessment?
I don't know. I'll have to see. I can show you where the quizzes are that you can import. There's a link to it on here.
Oh, okay.
If you go to Socrative blog, that's right away at the top of the blog. You're gonna see how to get to other people's shared quizzes, what they put up there. Okay, so where are we now? Is everyone kind of done with their multiple choice question? Yes? Anyone need more time with their multiple choice question? Okay, let's go to the next one, number 2, and let's try a true and false. So click on the purple box to do a true and false. Oh, okay, I didn't put any options here. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just doing this for a sample.
Purple box.
Oh, hold on, I just gotta make some detractors. Okay, then the correct answer is gonna be this one. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just save my work. All right, so I got that one all done. Now, the purple box, do you see under your, just go down a little
Oh,
bit?
yeah.
Yep, there's your true and false. Excellent, so click on that. Type your question. So mine is gonna be, tech camp continues tomorrow. All right, and that one is true, so I'm gonna click on true. If I wanna make it false, I just click on false. Whichever one turns green is the one you've chosen, okay? And if you want to type an explanation, you can. You don't have to. All right, so I just did. And then I'm gonna save that because I don't wanna lose my work, so I'll hit save and mine is done. So, and if you wanna put an image in there, you can. You just have to go into edit again. Mhm.
I think I did something wrong here.
Oh, because, okay, you haven't put any detractors in this one, so you can't.
Bless you.
So.
Oh, I see.
I'm
Oh, no,
supposed
you hit multiple choice. Let's just delete that question.
to- okay.
Okay, delete that question. All right, now hit true and false. There, I think you hit
Oh.
multiple choice. It was the
Okay.
purple one for true
Yeah,
and
and I
false.
had
That's the
started
one.
it, so I had to go back, I get it.
Got it, so now
Okay.
go ahead
So now I
and
gotta
put
put
your
my
picture of
picture.
Tom Izzo in this, yeah, you got it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anybody need any help? Guys figuring this out, okay? It's okay. Hey, if you get ahead of things and have the time, can you, over here maybe, put your name and the name of your classroom, and then when you're done with your quiz, we'll take each other's quizzes. We can just use the iPads and log into each other's, and we can all start one on our computers and then take each other's quizzes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you just repeat what you just said?
Oh, why don't you just, because some people are getting done with all types of questions, put your name and put what your room number is. And then we'll all start a quiz when we're done, and then we'll all use our devices to take each other's quizzes. All right. So has everybody created a true and false question? Yeah? All right, let's go to the short answer, because I want to talk about the short answer. That's kind of a misnomer, if you ask me, because the answer can be short, like Coach Izzo, Tom Izzo, whatever. Or it can be, and it can have a right answer, or it can be an essay. It could be a 100-paragraph essay if you want it to be. There's no limit to what you put in the short answer, but you can tailor it to be what you want. So I want to demonstrate that up here. So before you do it, is everyone ready to move on to the short answer? Is everyone done with the true and false now? Anyone need more time? Okay, I'm going to click on short answer, and I'm going to show you a couple of different options. I like the formatting, so I'm going to click yes to that. All right, so I'm going to make my same question I did before. So I'm going to say, who is the MSU men's basketball coach? Sorry for boring you with these same questions, but I just kind of want to be consistent here. All right, so here I have a right answer that they have to do. So do you see where it says correct answer is optional? Mm-hmm. That means that I'm going to add in here all the possible answers that can be correct here. If there's only one answer, then you just do that. So like, what is the meaning of aster and the root word aster and stel? The only answer for that is star. So I'm just going to type star there. But for this one, take a look. Please look up at my screen. Tom Izzo is one correct answer. Another correct answer is Izzo, or that I would accept. Another correct answer was Coach Izzo, and I would also accept Coach Tom Izzo. I won't accept anything other than these. Does that make sense? So, and I should tell you, capitalization in this program, not an issue. If your students type lowercase I, ZZO, they're going to get it correct. So this, when I have to ask my students questions about capitalization, I have to make them multiple choice or true and false, and then I just put it up there. This sentence is capitalized correctly, or everything in this sentence is capitalized correctly, true or false. Or which sentence is capitalized correctly, or something like that, because there's no way to work that into the program where they have to capitalize it, which is actually probably a good thing, because it would be very frustrating and it would slow us down if students got it wrong because they didn't capitalize the I in Izzo. So we're going for content and not for capitalization here.
Oh no.
So do you see what I did there? These are the options, but that's not mandatory. So I'm going to save that one because that's one of my short answers that has some targeted correct answers. But now I'm going to do a short answer that's not going to be short, okay? So I'm going to say list 10 ways that you could use Socrative in your own classroom. Okay, so now there's no answer that's correct here. This is just for me to get some input, see what your thinking is. So here, instead of an explanation, because there's no right or wrong, I'm going to say, thank you for participating in this seminar. Okay? And then I'm done. I mean, you don't have to put anything there. But when they go to answer it, then whatever they put there is, I'm going to get it in the report. And they're not going to get any feedback except a thank you from me, or nothing. Make sense? Does that make sense?
We don't
So,
put a correct answer there.
There's no correct answer, it's open-ended. You just want to see their thinking in writing. You want to see them write something. And it could be short or long, it could be, what are your summer plans? And they might just type sleep, or they might type read, or anything.
I was on a roll.
You
I was
were.
doing so great. And then I hit return.
Oh.
And it disappeared.
Okay, but let's go to manage
That's where I
quizzes,
am.
and let's go to my quizzes.
did.
You hadn't saved along the way, maybe.
I did.
You
Each
did?
question I saved.
Really?
I s-
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Well, Patty, this is a really life-changing, okay, so Patty saved along the way, but up here,
No, did not.
that's where, before you accidentally closed out of your program, and this is your final save to save the whole quiz. I am so
Such
sorry.
a good quiz.
That happened to me last night, too.
Oh, you were talking about that.
Yeah, okay,
No.
so now my quiz is saved, and I can go in there, and it's right there, this is my test quiz, but can everybody do that now? Go into your,
Save and exit?
go up to the top, save and exit, just make sure what you have is saved. You can go back to it, and, oh,
I'm just
sorry,
gonna do one
just
of
go
each.
back to your dashboard. Manage quizzes, and then my quizzes, and your quiz is there.
Cool.
There you go, there you go.
I'm
All
doing
right.
a quick one.
If you're ready, then let's take each other's quizzes. So first, on your computer, I'm going to bring mine up. I'm going to go back to manage quizzes. Oh, actually, yeah, dashboard. All right, so everybody, when you're done creating your quiz, go to your dashboard, click on start a quiz, and then choose your quiz that you want to start. I'm going to start this one. And now let's just take a look at this. You can choose if you want to disable, if you want to look up here, disable the students' names. Then if you want to, you could project the thing up on the main screen for everybody to see. I cannot think of a reason that I would want to do that, but you could. Your report will still have the students' names, but if you want to project it up there for whatever reason, so the whole class can see, wow, 6 people got that one wrong, I guess we need to pay attention to that, but I still think the one person who got it wrong, if only one person did, is going to feel like an idiot. So I don't use that. Now, please look up here. I want you to see these. Randomized question order, randomized answer order. I love these two in the middle because if your students are all sitting tight, like in Rob's class, you've got 30 students in there, and they're all next to each other with their iPads, they can just look over like that and say,
Right.
I don't know what number 17 is, and he's on 17, and I see it's D,
Oh, that's
and they're
cool.
cheating. So you can randomize both the questions and the detractors. So as people are taking it, then your screen that's showing the results is going to be all mixed up. Do you remember when I was showing you my screen, what I see, and it had all of your names here, and it had question 1, 2, 3, and 4? Then as they're coming in, it's going to be green, red, green, red, green, red, all over the place because you randomized the order of the questions. In the end, it'll all be filled out, but it'll be all mixed up on from your view. Okay?
So where did you go to get where you
All right, so let's do that again. Go to the dashboard. That's always your starting point. And then you're just going to start a quiz. So the manage quizzes, this is the tab you go to when you have stuff to do. You want to create a quiz. You want to import one from somebody else. You want to go to your quizzes, find one, and either duplicate it and change a couple of questions, just a new version of it, delete it, download some, this is where, was that Nicole, or somebody, you were asking? I forget what your name from Perry.
I'm Kim.
Kim, this is, let me go back to where I was. In manage quizzes, if I go to my quizzes and I pick one, this is where I can download it, so I could print it. Do you see where I was? Kim, did you see that? Where you download it? Because you were asking, could you, so this will, where I can save it. And then often I go into edit a quiz. Oh, this is for my download where I want to save it. But I often go into edit a quiz, and then I can just go in and edit and change anything I want, and so on. Make sense?
Can you,
Alright.
if you co-teach, can you, like I'm thinking for a co-teacher, I would have to give her a blank copy if we're gonna use it in class so that she can accommodate or modify it. Or can you have 2 teachers in the one account?
You can have her in your account, or you could just share the quiz with her in her own account, if you want.
But would she also have the same rights to manage the quizzes?
Yeah.
And,
Once you share your quiz with somebody, you give them rights to do anything with it.
okay.
In theirs. It won't change yours. It won't change
Gotcha.
yours.
So-
It'd be just like if I shared this document with you, if I emailed this document to you and you saved it into your folder, you could do anything you want to change this. And it doesn't change mine, that's still mine.
Gotcha.
It just changes your version of it. In your files. Make sense? That's a really good question. Okay, so is everybody ready to start a quiz so everyone can try taking a quiz? I'm gonna start, 1 second. I'll start a vocabulary quiz for you guys. And I'm not gonna randomize order. Yeah, maybe I will so you guys can see what that looks like. So if anyone wants to take my vocab quiz, there it is. That's what it's gonna look like all randomized. Okay. Question?
Where, I missed again, where were you doing the randomizing? Which one was it? Which one?
Start a quiz.
Since start with this?
And choose your quiz. Done.
Oh,
Got it? Yeah. Anyone else want to see how to randomize? And I did randomize on this vocab quiz, so if anybody signs into my room to take this quiz, you're gonna see that some people start out with 1, somebody else started out with, then it went to 7, and so on, skipping around. So if someone else wants to take that quiz, you're gonna see, and, you know.
Cool. Way to go, Ken.
Oh, 9 o'clock session already? Oh, it's after 9 o'clock.
Way to go,
I
Ken.
have one too.
I'm stuck on the next. Just
We need another hour on
I'm
it.
fine. If you want to stay here, let me see. Which one was I going to go to next?
What was that, Ken?
I could.
I haven't.
And I think somebody was supposed to be in here too.
Here, I'll put it in my cache and I'll let you know why.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Interesting. Yeah, Cece Anderson was going to come in here and do one. So wonder where she is. Oh, it's 9:15. It's not 9 o'clock. It's a 9:15. We've got time.
Are they all at 9:15?
Yeah, next one's we've got 15 minutes. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right.
But I'm going to have to get out of this. All right. Does anyone want to? I'm going to take somebody's quiz. Has everybody started their quiz? You turned yours off. That's okay.
So, for
So-
number 3, you answered 20 for how many national titles?
Oh, she just randomly gave me.
I know, but
You
here's
did the right answer.
here's the only issue though, is that she's been given 100%.
Ah,
She got that one
she got it
wrong.
wrong. No, that means she finished the quiz.
Oh, she
That's
finished
not her
the
score.
quiz. This is
Right,
what-
right. That's, oh, good question.
It says.
Okay, can I show everybody up here? Up here, you're seeing the student's
Score.
progress,
Gotcha.
but do the drop down and you'll see their score.
Gotcha.
Get it? How far are they towards completing the
Gotcha.
quiz, or what is their score?
How about on the response, the long answer response that she gave?
Yep.
I can only see part of it. How do I
When
see
you-
it?
Okay, are you, if
Like if I
people
was
are done with
alive.
it, go to finish,
Okay.
and, you can get a report if you want that, or let's see what this is gonna show us. Let's see, I hope I can. I guess this is all.
Alright, so I'll
Go to
see you
the
back
report,
here. For the
and you wanna just download it, and just get it, you wanna get the reports, yeah. And then you want one of everything, I like to, I wish the default was.
I
yours
had my
then.
purse, I probably have 2 pair with
And then just download it so it'll come down to me. Okay, then, just start stuff.
That's what this
Okay,
is.
go ahead and click on
That's
it.
where we are, so you're staying put.
Thank you.
You're welcome, I hope you
Thanks,
find it
Mary Lou.
useful.
Thanks, Mary Lou.
Okay, now go ahead and
I'm
open
going
this
to the library
itself.
lab.
And that's gonna be.
I don't know, maybe you'll need it for this next one.
Well, I'll see
So
what
see
That's your
so see her language, her written
Coming back to
response
us
live.
with this one, right?
let me
Oh,
just see
no.
about that.
What is this one?
That's the video.
That would be an interesting
Right.
option.
I'll see that.
to see
Yeah.
what they're saying live.
I'm not sure if you can do that, I'll have to play around with it and see. It'll come, it's just opening up Excel, but I'm gonna close out
Like
all this
on
stuff
your,
for the next presenter.
Oh, well, you're in this room. Mary Lou, thanks a lot.
Yes, I'm gonna go to another room. I'm glad we have 15 minutes between though, it's nice.
Well.
Okay, so yeah, I can see it.
You got it,
What's her
okay.
passion? I say football.
Sorry, I didn't grow up here,
You,
dude.
is that right? That's okay. That's fine.
I married into this state. It was kind of an accident.
Ah, that's great.
But you know, I'm kind of an oddball around here too because I'm actually a Michigan fan.
I play both sides of that coin because my master's and my administrative degree is from U of M,
Okay.
which makes my family roll over because I grew up tried and true Buckeye. But
Wow.
yeah, I play.
I'm funny though because I actually cheer for Michigan State. Like I watch all of State's
Yeah.
games. But I'm kind of I'm a sports fan. I wouldn't say that you know, because I went to Aquinas and they didn't even have football, so it's not like I can claim a school or whatever. They had like soccer, played baseball there.
My husband and all of my in-laws, they're diehard Spartans, so.
Oh, okay.
football's
Okay,
kinda
so
scary.
thank you.